Can you love someone when you already know they are going to deny you? Not should you, can you? Because Jesus answered that exact question on his knees with a towel in his hand the night before he died. The real question tonight is not about Jesus, it is about you. Today we are not just reading a Bible story, we are talking about your marriage. We are talking about the family member who broke your heart. If you have ever tried to love somebody and felt like you have nothing left in your life to give, this message is for you. In John chapter 13, Jesus does something so shocking. One of his own disciples tried to almost stop him. And hidden inside that moment is the answer to the questions: is there a love that will not leave me when I fail? The answer is yes. And it is hidden in 3 moments from this one story, 3 moments that will change how you receive love and how you give it away. So here is where we are going today. 3 stops. Stay with me for all 3 stops. First, we are going to look at a love that knew everything and stay anyway. This is going to change you because most of us only love people while they are being good to us. Then, second, we are going to talk about Peter, the man who said, "No, Lord, you will never wash my feet." And this is where most Christians get stuck, because receiving love is actually harder than giving it. And finally, this is the part that changes everything. Jesus gives a brand new command. He says, "Love one another as I have loved you." And I'm going to show you why the love of Jesus and the love between human beings are not 2 different things. They are one thing. Remember the question I asked you at the beginning of this video? Would you wash the feet of the man who is about to betray you? Look at what the Bible says in John chapter 13 verse 1. It says that Jesus, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. In Greek, the word to the end means telos. It means all the way, to the full, to the finish line. Now watch the timing, because the timing is very important here. Verse 2 tells us that the devil had already put it into the heart of Judas to betray him. So let me ask you something. When Jesus got down on the floor with the towel and the water in his hand, he already knew. He knew Judas was a thief. He knew Judas had already made a deal. He knew that in a few hours, those same feet will walk out the door and lead the soldiers straight to him. And he washed them anyway. This is true love. Do you understand what this means for your life? We love people only when they deserve it. This is how the world loves. You are nice to me, I'm nice to you. You hurt me, I cut off you. You disappointed me, I'm done with you. But the love of Jesus is not based on what you do. It is based on who he is. I've been pastoring for many years now, and I will tell you the hardest thing I have ever had to learn. It is this: real love is a decision before it is a feeling. Let me give you a picture from my own life here in Sweden. In the winter, the ground freezes completely. It becomes like stone, but a farmer still goes out and try to prepare the ground to sow when the spring comes. That is how Jesus loved Judas at the table that evening. Not for what Judas was, but for who Judas could have been if he only had turned it around, like if he made U-turn on the highway. And here is what will break your heart if you are really seeing it. Jesus washed the feet of Judas with the same gentleness that he washed the feet of John, the disciple he loved. He did not wash Judas roughly and rashly and John softly. He took the same time, because his love is the same to everyone. But here is what most people miss, because right in the middle of this beautiful moment, one of the disciples tried to stop Jesus. And the reason he tried to stop him is the same reason that many of you watching me right now have never fully received the love of God. Let me ask you a direct question. What is harder for you, to give love or to receive it? Think about it honestly. Because when Jesus came to Simon Peter with a towel, Peter pulled his feet back. Look at the verse 8. Peter says, "No, you shall never wash my feet." Now on the surface, this looks like this being nice, being polite. "Oh Lord, you are too holy. I'm not worthy. You should not be on the floor in front of me." Like that. But listen to me carefully. Sometimes what looks like being nice, humility, it is actually pride that is hidden in a person's heart. Peter did not want to be served. Peter wanted to be the strong one. Peter wanted to be the one who gives, not the one who needs. And many of you are exactly like Peter. You will serve everybody. You will pray for everybody. You would cry for everybody. When it is a time for you to be the dirty feet in the hands of Jesus, you pull back. You say, "No, Lord, not me. You don't know what I have done." I've done. English. You don't know what is my heart. Let me clear myself up first. Then you can laugh me, Jesus. This or the reason that we used to give to Jesus. Just to pull ourselves back from the love of Jesus. But look at what Jesus answered in verse 8. He says, "If I do not wash you, you have no part with me." Bam. Finished. Did you hear that? Jesus is saying, you cannot have a relationship with me until you let me love you first. You cannot earn it. You cannot deserve it. You cannot pay it back. You can only receive it. Wow. And in just a moment, I am going to show you what Peter said next, because this is the answer that changed everything for him. But first, I need you to understand something about your own heart. The reason your faith feels dry sometimes, it is not because you are not doing enough. It is because you are trying to do everything, and you have never simply sat still and let the love of God wash over you. When I'm leading ministry, I see this all the time. People come to me exhausted, burned out, empty, running on nothing, and they think the answer is to serve harder, pray longer, give more. I used to say no. The answer is to stop, kneel down, and let Jesus do for you what you keep trying to do for yourself. And then look at the Peter. The moment he understands, he does a completely U-turn. He says in verse 9, "Then Lord, not just my feet, wash my hands and my head too, wash all of me." Here also I want to give you another angle to understand this story in John chapter 13. Peter, it looks like, "I'm Peter, I wash my hands, everything, my body." This indicates that Peter wants to be the first to have everything. That is the heart of a man who finally stopped fighting to the love of God. Yeah, I know, understand. You can interpret like that. But Jesus was not finished, because washing their feet was not the main lesson. It was only the picture. The real command was still coming. And he says next in the part of this story, things that change everything. This is the moment everything changes. After Jesus washed their feet, he sat back down and he looked at his friends and he said something completely new. Look at the verse 34. "A new command I give you, love one another. As I loved you, so you must love one another." Now stop looking at the three little words in the middle of that verse. As I have. As I have loved you. This is the most secret that all video has been building toward. The love of Jesus and the love between human beings are not two separate topics. They are one river. The love of Jesus flows down from heaven into you, into me, and then it is supposed to flow through you out to the other people. You are not the cup that the water stops in. You are the pipe that the water flows through. This is why some Christians are so dry today, so closed. They want to receive the love of God, but they do not want to release it to the people around them, in the neighbor, at the workplace, in the school, name it. And the love that comes in but never goes out becomes, start to smell. But the love that flows through you stays fresh like a living river. And look at why this matters so much in verse 35. Jesus says, by this one will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. He did not say, the world will know you are mine by your big church buildings. He did not say that you will know you by your worship music or your Bible knowledge or how loud you shout. He said, the world will know you belong to me by one thing, how you love each other. So let me bring this all the way home into your real life tonight. This is a person in your life right now. You know exactly who I am talking about. The moment I said it, a face came into your mind. Maybe it is a husband or a wife who has grown cold. Maybe it is a brother or sister who have not spoken to in years. Maybe it is a parent who hurt you. Maybe it is a friend who, betrayed you like Judas at the table. And the love of Jesus is asking you tonight at this moment, will you pick up the towel? Will you get down on your knees? Not because they deserve it, because that is exactly how I love you when you did not deserve it either. Because here is the truth. The truth is the only thing that set us free from every bondage. You were the dirty feet. You were the one who betrayed him. You were the one who hiding your secret. And he knelt down in front of you. And he washed you anyway. And he loved you to the end, to the telos, as I said in Greek word. To the telos. All the way. Nothing kept him back. So let me bring all three things together. First, Jesus loved people who did not deserve it. He washed the feet of the man who betrayed him. So real love is a decision, not a feeling. Second, like Peter, you have to let him love you first. You cannot earn it. You can only deserve it. Stop trying to clean yourself up. Let him wash you. And the third, the love that flows into you, it is supposed to flow out of you. The world will know you belong to Jesus not by your words, but by how you love one another. So here is your challenge for today. Not next week, today, this evening, this morning, I don't know which time you are watching this video. Pick one person, that face that came into you in the middle of this video, and do one act of love for them this week, that they did not earn it and cannot pay it back. Send the message, make the call, pick up the towel, because that is how the love of Jesus becomes visible in this world, through you. And listen, if this message spoke to your heart today, do me a small favor, subscribe to this channel, because I put out a new teaching every single week and I do not want you to miss the next one. And hit the like button so this message can reach somebody out there. God bless you. Have a beautiful week and keep practicing divine every single day. Love you.